Greetings, guys, and we're recording. Hello. It's a nice semi-cool day with a little bit of wind, and we are here. Not going to be able to fly. Too wet. The ground's kind of wet, kind of cold, but we are going to treat you to something else. And that Banshee Burn 2019 is here. After I said I was going to retire them, they have been recorded and they are ready to be destroyed. It's going to start out with the planes that you see here. Quite a few, not as many as we normally do. Usually this goes in rounds. Actually, this is probably only phase 1. The Banshees will be phase 2, and there'll probably be a third phase. Let's call it stages. I don't like doing the phases. But a keen eye will be able to pick out that there is indeed a phase 2 there, a phase 3 and a phase 4. Actually, 2 phase 3s. There's a ball here. There's a lance and a moth here. Some of these are familiar. Most of these are just test articles that really just didn't cut it and need to be destroyed. So we're gonna take them out the only way we know how. This isn't exactly the only way we know how, but if anybody's been around IVPEC long enough to know that there is one acceptable way of getting rid of our birds, and it is by burn. And again, these have served their purpose in our test fleet. Let's get rid of the moth. Moth is usually an easy burn because it's basically a whole sheet. I end up having some somber music playing while we do this or something like that, because most of these, that is one of the burst aircraft, the Arsteas, but not exactly one. There are quite a few in the test fleet. We're not doing any major damage getting rid of the ones that we did there. Some of these are basically RSTEs that we just cut in. These right here, like the one I just threw on. A couple others here. Those are cut in RSTEs. I could use those, but I choose not to. Don't like them as much. There's a birdie over here. And it's so easy to get rid of these. This was a semi-nice design. March 22nd, 2010. Toast. These, oh man, there's some good pictures of these. They never worked out though. All they can do is really sit on their tails, sit on their rudder areas pretty good, but they kind of just never worked as far as flight goes because they have the no RF in the background. JY31, JY22nd. Yeah, it's 2010's birds. It's gone. They're pretty sweet, but I mean, again, you gotta clear out house, you gotta clear out house. These are aircraft that again have served their purpose and most likely just sucked. I don't usually get rid of them unless they absolutely suck, so the behemoths are going to be a little bit more of a problem because they're behemoths, but what you do is you let them toast. And of course the fins go up pretty good. Let it eat it, yes. Yes. That code does say it's number 565 from October 2nd of 2008. Already an 11-year-old aircraft. Doesn't take long for these things to get some age. But they burn really fast. The Lance is going to go. That's the one I created on the show a couple weeks back. You guys might have remembered that one. But Lance is too common, too easy to build, and a couple of them are in. So I don't need those anymore. The Bull going to go next here. Apparently everybody's celebrating the fact that the Bull's dying. Yeah, why not? Another phase, another big phase. Phase 3, this is number 558, built July 17th of 2008. And, I mean, this is just, you normally don't get to see videos of the burnings, but I figured I'd show you just because. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's nice to have yourself a little cauldron or pot to burn them in. I always have one of these on hand for just this purpose. Last two for this round. 558. You see this one's been a little bit destroyed. Mark, you'll get it. But this is the one that actually has a rounded fuselage for cargo. One of the first ones to test it out. This is number 557. This is a Phase 2. And as you know, of course, I kind of pretty much dumped Phase 2s. They are no more. Prefer using 3s and 4s for any kind of cargo-ness that needs to be done. And the last one is an honest to goodness Phase 2. This was from April 25th, 2004, number 532, made out of calendar paper. And again, like so many things that we ask when you do, like, when looking for awards and stuff like that, if any of these planes were to have won an award, they would have been kept and retired to the palace. But as it were, these were, you know, on their way out one way or another, so we destroyed them. In many ways, yeah, sad ending, but you can't just, as it is, if you've seen in my line any time, you notice you just can't keep these on hand for too long. I mean, you get attached to them, you don't want to get rid of them, when really it's pretty easy to make another one. And some of these are beyond saving, so we kill them.